This,
When you hear the music, you'll be eyes open, wide awake, and you'll get into your best mixed martial arts pose.
is not actually hypnosis. This,
Feeling your upper body become heavier as the relaxation moves from your shoulders down to your elbows, and from your elbows all the way down, and even more deeply down to the tips of your fingers.
is hypnosis. Now, to anyone not actively studying or professionally practicing hypnosis, this may seem contradictory, since this is what ultimately leads to this. If your only gauge for what hypnosis is has been either what you've seen online or watched your peers experience in the middle of a street or stage demo, then this is a fair but a little bit of a misunderstood perspective. The summarized short and sweet explanation for reactions like these
One of them already got bit, but they don't know it.
is hypnotic phenomena. While hypnosis in and of itself ultimately comes down to a deep state of focused relaxation, hypnotic phenomena is the phenomenon of reacting to the command given to you by a hypnotist because some part of you, while hyper-focused and relaxed, genuinely believes and or at least feels to some degree that the command given is your personal reality. Now, if you're someone who's looking for and appreciates a more intricate explanation, let's dive a little deeper. To better understand why people online or your peers react this way, let's first turn to the official Merriam-Webster definition of hypnosis, which is, quote, a state which resembles sleep but is produced by a person who can then make suggestions to which the person in the state can respond, quote. Psychology Today says it's, quote, a mental state of highly focused concentration, diminished peripheral awareness, and heightened suggestibility, quote. Even the Mayo Clinic provides a similar definition, and these are all important to note because in none of these official definitions does it speak of the volunteer or client that's being hypnotized reacting to the commands they're given. Instead, they simply highlight hypnosis at its core, which is focused relaxation. So if street and stage volunteers or therapy clients are simply relaxed because they voluntarily chose to trust in and focus on the guidance of a hypnotist, why would they react to commands given to them like they're robots? As discussed in an earlier lesson of ours titled Proof You've Been Hypnotized, specific parts of the brain have been studied and proven to neurologically change if we're genuinely hypnotized. This neurological change has the potential to cause a psychological disassociation, and that disassociation from one's environmental reality places them in a headspace where they think, feel, and therefore believe the hypnotist's commands. In other words, if the hypnotist can help you achieve a heightened state of focused relaxation, it's easier for your mind to accept their commands than analyze them. This is because analyzing anything in general triggers your analytical mind. As we're not analyzing commands, it makes it easier for your imagination to take over and turn the command given into your temporary reality. Then the question becomes, how do you know who is and isn't analytical? And that's precisely why street, stage, and even hypnotherapists will resort to what's known as suggestibility tests. These tests help hypnotists better understand 1. How willing to listen and follow instructions an individual is. 2. How open to the experience they are, and therefore how quickly they will react to said test. And 3. How strongly they react to said test. For example, I hypnotized this young lady before a college show for her and her peers. It was a quick and basic relaxation demonstration just to see how she would react. Watch her reaction after she opens her eyes.
You take a full deep breath in, lift up your head, and 3 eyes, 1 awake. Feel good?
Yeah.
See? It wasn't a big deal, was it?
No.
And you're more giggly and smiling than before.
Now I did the same demonstration for this student after my show. Watch her reaction after she opens her eyes.
1, 2, take a slow deep breath in, lift up your head, and 3 eyes, 1 awake. How you doing? You good there? Yeah? Oh, no, don't laugh. It's not a laughing competition. It's okay. She's like trying to like, what?
Now, compared to the first student I hypnotized, I saw multiple signs here, such as her fully drooped head and rounded shoulders, that this specific student was much more deeply engrossed in her experience than the previous one. And as a result, I was confident that I could use hypnosis, aka focused relaxation, to guide her creative mind into vividly imagining and therefore manifesting the physical phenomenon of arm levitation.
Your arms are just going to naturally begin to feel like they're being almost slowly, softly, and gently magnetized to the ceiling. They're just going to start floating up and away from your body all on their own. The higher they go, the more relaxed you become. The more relaxed you become, the higher and faster they just float all up on their own, tapping into the power of your mind. This is your mind all I'm doing is guiding you through your childhood-like sense of imagination.
Interestingly, even if you've never been hypnotized before, or at least not successfully by the last hypnotist you worked with, once you find a hypnotist that helps you relax, if not experience phenomena such as name amnesia in this case.
Anytime I or anyone asks you your name and looks you in the eyes and asks you what your name is Mr. Fuzzy Pants. This is an automatic natural thing that just pops to the top of your head. You are proud, Mr. Fuzzy Pants. Anytime someone laughs or jokes, you get angry because you are proud, Mr. Fuzzy Pants. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, sir. I'm really rude. I did not get your name before the demonstration. I'm John Ways. You are? Nice to meet you, Mr. Fuzzy Pants.
Your mind becomes that much more conditioned to, comfortable with, and thus accepting and responsive to the process. Similar to the psychological conditioning that soldiers receive in the military, once your mind has been conditioned with a certain word, phrase, or general process, you're that much more likely to respond to a hypnotist regardless if they're inducing hypnosis or phenomena. Naturally, the more conditioned they are, the easier it will be to hypnotize them again and give them a command they will fully accept and act upon, such as,
"Now, the person I'm touching now, when you wake up, you think you are Superman. You are utterly convinced that you are Superman. You have the world's strongest body. You cannot be defeated. And when I say 1, 2, I myself want to wake and sit on my fingers, you will do your best Superman pose. 1, 2, 3. I think the ceiling is too small for you, Superman. Here, come back down here really quick. Come back down here. Look at me. Oh, yeah. Okay. Relax, Superman. Don't kill me. Look at me. What's your name?
So, just to recap, hypnosis itself is merely a state of focused mental and physical relaxation, while hypnotic phenomena uses that relaxed state to influence the volunteer or client to experience anything from silly suggestions to helping people in the medical sense, such as relieving pain, stress, or anxiety.
Deep breath in as you lift yourself up, and 3, eyes open, wide awake. Notice the face change.
Yes.
Yep. How do you feel? Good. You sound chill.
This is also why people will often report feeling more relaxed and at ease than before they were hypnotized, even if they didn't react to a suggestibility test.
Raise your hand if you were just up on the stage area but you went back to your seat. Raise your hand. Raise your hand nice and high so I can see you, nice and high. I know you were and you were. Keep your hands raised if you feel at least a little bit more relaxed and at ease than you did before you came up here. Okay, good. That means that you were officially successfully hypnotized, because all it is relaxation.
Because at the end of the day, you don't need to cluck like a chicken or forget your name to have been hypnotized. Just relaxed and focused. Hopefully this clears up the confusion as to what hypnosis really is at its core versus the crazy routines or Hollywood movies many tend to associate it with. Understanding this difference alone may help you better understand times that you yourself, let alone others, have already been hypnotized. If you liked this, you may enjoy additional free lessons via the free hypnosis lessons playlist on the HypnoKick channel. For those looking to learn a few party tricks and or skyrocket their success as professional touring hypnotists, you can kickstart your journey via the links in the description, thanks to hypnokick.com.